Geminis, Geminis, Geminis. What's your hidden message? Welcome, welcome, welcome to Garnet Queen Tarot here. I hope everyone is doing well. Oh, I hope you're enjoying this holiday season, taking a breather, just being able to get in tune with yourself and align with yourself. Sometimes you're so used to going, that you don't even know how to feel or to act when it comes time to just being you, just existing, just breathing, just fantasizing, daydreaming, dreams, period. Just getting in tune with you. I think that's such a beautiful thing. When you learn to love yourself and be in tune with yourself and pamper yourself, see, it gives you the strength to start another day. It gives you the strength and the power to do more. You got to get that rest in there. You ain't got to be competing with nobody. Be your best self and enjoy every day and every aspect of your life. Ups and downs. Say, you know what? That was just another lesson learned. That's how you got to do it. Spirits talk to us on behalf of our Geminis and reveal any messages that may be pertinent to their life right now. I thank you. Geminis, Spirit, rise up and let us know what we need to focus on. What questions might be right available to us. I regret lying to you. You wanted to know if that person regretted lying to you. And they do. I wish I had treated you better. And they do. They're not lying. They're telling you how they feel. They know they messed up. I'm so attracted to you. Then you should have said so. You didn't like the fact that my beauty intoxicated you and made you weak. That's what it was. Or my charm. I want to be more than friends. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Woo, Gemini. Gemini, they are telling you what they want you to hear. And you acknowledging it. They want you to hear their truth. They want you to hear how they feel. Think about it. All right. I'm going to read the same messages to you. But this time, I want you to just relax and close your eyes. Okay? Think of some of the questions you might have about this relationship. And let's go through what's up here. Okay? What's on your board? It says, I'm so attracted to you. Okay? If that was a question that needs some type of reciprocal information, okay? I'm so attracted to you. Think about somebody saying, I'm so attracted to you. That means that internal feelings are pulling them in your direction. Think about it. If somebody is attracted to you, they could see your smile, your laugh, and be attracted to that. They could see your body and be attracted to that. They could look at the overall package and be attracted to that. They could hear your voice and be attracted to that. Male or female, when you are attracted to somebody, you know. There's a whole different look. Your eyes, they twinkle a little. You know, you try to close them a little to give that romantic vibe that you feel in that person. When you feel somebody and somebody's into you, you ever see somebody look at you in a way that makes you uncomfortable? Ooh, that's when somebody's attracted to you. They don't even realize they're doing what they're doing because they're so attracted to you. That's mushy and sweet at the same time. I love that. I love that feeling. It's like it makes you uncomfortable in yourself because, you could have the toughest wall, but when somebody is sincere in how they look at you, whether it's for the moment or not, they want you. You know that look. Ooh, child. And I wish I had treated you better. That's what I always say. Y'all know my saying that I always say over and over. I heard that my whole life. Some people just don't miss the water until the well runs dry. When something is there all the time and you can rely on it, it's comfortable, it's familiar, it's relaxing, you could be your honest, true self with it. So sometimes along that way, you lose a little bit of the spark because some people may not be at their full potential like they normally would be. Because you know, some people are so different when you're just starting out dating, and then as you develop the relationship and they build that more, they feel more comfortable with that person. They may not maintain themselves the way they used to. Now, some women get a clue and they do it automatically. Some men get a clue and they do it automatically. And sometimes people don't say anything and they just let it go until the relationship is done. You're no longer attracted to the person, and then you automatically know when someone new is surrounding the environment because they start changing themselves and taking more pride. In a relationship, you got to keep it up no matter what. Like that person, you just met them for the first time, because it not only makes you feel better about you, it makes them feel better about you. You understand? You get to kill two birds with one stone. You feel good, you feel vibrant, you feel good. Even if the kids exhausted you or whatever's going on in your life, your employment, you got to always practice self care. I wish I had treated you better. That's when they recognize, you know what? I had something important that I lost. And now that that person is not in my life, I recognize how important they were. But because of familiarity and different things like that, sometimes people forget and the spark dies. But that can always be reignited. Always. If a car stalls, you can get it charged back up. That's the same thing with a relationship. If it's meant to be and you all sincerely care about one another, you can get it charged up. But if it's so repetitive that people are just exhausted of it, you need to step back and see if this is going to work. If not, move on. We all deserve love. We all deserve love. And love is a feeling. And you can put that in many departments. Love is, love is, love is. And then ask yourself, what is it about love do you want in your life? Have you ever thought of those type of things? I know nobody really wants to be by themselves, and there are couples that grow old together and spend a lifetime together. You know how beautiful that is? Two beautiful souls coming together and creating more souls and living life with joy and happiness, jumping over challenges and hurdles. It's worth having that in your life. It's no fun being alone unless you just need a break. And sometimes people just say, I've had enough and I just want to be happy and be in tune with myself. If I have a hangout buddy, that's cool and great because sometimes you get tired. But then when your friends are doing things and you want to do things, but you don't have that friend to do the things with, that's when it becomes lonely. When somebody is taking the time to apologize to you, you have to listen to what they're saying. I'm so attracted to you. I wish I had treated you better. I regret lying to you. I want to be more than friends. All of these came out back to back. Come on. Come on. This is a whole story by itself, Gemini. I regret lying to you. Somebody wasn't completely honest. What is the reason for lying? If we're working on building something, then you got to be a serious person. Don't go into relationships for the sake of being in a relationship. Make sure that you're investing your time as well as they should be investing theirs. You need a balance. But at least they're being honest now. I want to be more than friends. I am so attracted to you. I wish I had treated you better. I regret lying to you. I want to be more than friends. I don't think you could get much more honest than that. They're thinking these things. They want to say these things. And they're letting you know. They're thinking they're conveying this message, which they have not spoken into existence to you personally. So therefore, you're not a mind reader. They have to come to terms with, this is how I feel, and I need to let my person know. So, whether the feelings were being camouflaged initially, now they're putting it out there. They want you to know. They want to speak their truth. They want you to know. And this is not easy for them. But they recognize that they could lose you because I wish I had treated you better. They acknowledge that they didn't treat you right. So it's up to you whether you want to go back to the relationship or you want to keep it moving. They're letting you know they're very attracted to you. They want to mend fences. They want to make things right. I regret lying to you. That's honesty. And they don't want things to be the status quo. They want things to be more. They want to be more than friends. I want to be more than friends. That's when people come to terms with their true feelings. I want to be more than friends. Whether they saw you with someone else, or whether the heartstrings just pulled when your person, male or female, appeared, and because y'all are not talking or not together anymore, you see them moving on, and you didn't know it would affect you the way that it has. That's why I always tell people to work through their feelings and to talk about everything, because sometimes people get so much pain in their heart for losing someone that they can't function properly. Sometimes the pain is so draining. I just say that it's so tense at times with relationships. You got to always spread the love, always be careful, always recognize that who's for you is for you. Pick up on signs that are needed to be heard and seen. And when you share your heart with someone, make sure that they're sharing their heart with you. You have to be able to see how much somebody loves you. Can they not only say the words, but live up to the words? If somebody's saying, I want to be more than friends with you, let them know, I'm in agreement that we could push the envelope a little bit more in the sense of getting more in tune with one another. But don't assume that because you think a certain way or have a certain perspective, that same person is aligned with your way of thinking. And only when you get to know somebody do you recognize those things. Recognize them. Think of love as building something that you want in a Lego set, and you're matching pieces, and you got to twist them and turn them until you get them to where you want them to be, and then snap them in, right? You have to do the same thing with a relationship. Sometimes the pieces fall in place, and sometimes you got to take off a piece and put another piece in, twist that piece to get it aligned with the other piece. It's a lot of work. It might be a fun game, but it's a lot of work and time to be invested. So everything is not going to fit initially. So you keep working on it until you come to a compromise and say, I like it this way. People jump out too quick out of relationships because initially it may, hit some rough terrain. So what? As long as there's no physical abuse and things like that, focus on feelings. No verbal abuse either. Just focus. How do they communicate? Are they respectful to you? Do they appreciate you for what you do? Do they compliment you? Because the good thing of having somebody around too, you don't need it because you don't need them to validate you. But if I'm sharing a bed with you or going out with you or being with you, I'd like to hear some nice things every now and then. Let me know you appreciate who I am and what I am. I shouldn't have to always ask you, do I look good in this, baby? You should look at me and be like, damn, you look good. Yes, that's what I said. You got a man, and you know what? Until he's around your girlfriends or anything like that, you don't realize what you have. And then when they be like, damn, he look good, all of a sudden you start looking at him from the corner of your eye and get mad. Well, he's been there all along. We tend to forget what we have. We always got a reason not to be content. Always. Gemini, appreciate what you have in your life, all that you have in your life. And if a man steps in, don't worry about his haircut is wrong, his outfit is wrong. Get to know that person for who they are. Because somebody, look at a lot of celebrities. Think of it like this. A lot of celebrities, when they were out there struggling and they couldn't fix this and couldn't fix that, they was hardcore real because they was fighting, they was hungry, they was going after it. When they got it, they start acting different now because they're considered to be in a different realm, a different universe. So when they get comfortable or things are so easy for them, they forget where they started from. And it's not on purpose, it's just that you're so glad to be out of that realm. So like when you see them when they were young, they were busted. When you see them now, they look like the most elite. They're living a different life. When you know who you are and you feel secure and comfortable, sometimes you're not always at your best. But when you have that hungry drive and that hungry mode and you reach there, you want to maintain. You want to hold on. It's what you're willing to put into it. If you're willing to put your true self into this relationship and somebody's coming to you correct. Now, if this is something that's repetitive, that's being said all the time, every time there's a disagreement, and you don't see any growth there, that's different. But when you see growth where somebody is opening their heart and opening themselves to you and saying, listen, this is the last time I read this, I'm going to say, listen, I wish I had treated you better. What do you say after that? I didn't. You could say, oh, you did this, you did that. Exactly. But the person is saying to you, I wish I had treated you better. And allow them to elaborate. What do you mean by that? Let them say it out loud. It'll help them to heal and it'll help you to forgive. So work through any issues in the relationship. The person is telling you, I'm so attracted to you. You know when somebody's pulling and they just can't help themselves and they really attracted to you. You know how you feel. You know how you feel. Gemini, you know how you feel. And they're being honest with you, it'll make you melt like butter. I can't believe it's not butter. Okay? Then you have, I regret. You know what it is to regret something? Regret? You know how bad you feel when you regret something? It pulls at your heartstrings, it pulls in your neck and your back. I regret lying to you. That's how bad I feel. They're opening up, they're sharing, which they should have done earlier, but they didn't. They're doing it now. What are you thinking about, Gemini? Better late than never, or they missed the boat, they missed the train. And then last, I want to be more than friends. Let them elaborate. What do you mean? Because you, as painful as it may be for them, you're listening and you've been listening for those exact words, but didn't hear it. And until you separated yourself from that person, now they want to pour their heart out to you and let you know they feel the same way. It's very difficult when you have your heart in play to just go backwards and say, oh, okay, now you realize. They have to prove to you, male or female, they have to prove to you that this is something that they want. Talking is great. We could all talk all day. But you want the sincerity, the love, the commitment behind those words so you could feel better. I'm tired of you just talking smack. I want to see you live up to it. What are you going to do differently? Or else we just wasting our time and spinning our wheels. I love you, I care about you, but I want more for myself. That's how you feel, Gemini. You want more for yourself. You don't want to be a hoochie mama out there or someone just hoping and wishing and praying. You want to experience it. You want to be in that place, be in that relationship, and measure that growth. Yeah, you play around every now and then and things like that, but you want your own person. You want your own personal person to love you. They're telling you they want to be more than friends. They lied to you. And they're letting you know they're attracted to you. And they wish they would have treated you better. So now it's up to you to figure out if this is worth salvaging. Is this worth it to you? I know the feelings are strong, but it's difficult to get over some of the things they did. But you want to forgive and start over again because you feel the first step is apologizing and recognizing. And they're being honest. But my suggestion, Gemini, is every question that you have that rests uneasy with you or gives you a funny feeling or anxiety or twinges in your belly, in your neck, your shoulders, step back and think about it for a minute and see if you could go through this process again with this person. It's okay to test the waters, maybe start with one date, go to 2 dates, but take your time. Don't give yourself a time limit because your heart is very valuable and you want to make sure that giving this person another chance will alleviate the pain that's resting on your heart because you're scared of jumping all in again and this person not living up to their word. So I say tread lightly and see if this person is looking at an exclusive relationship. Not you all just working through things, but still seeing other people. Find out the commitment level, which will ease some of your burden of taking the next step. with this individual or just cutting ties. This is a heartstring relationship. It's pulling hard. And they sound like they are definitely regretful of what they did. It's up to you to decide if you want to move forward with them. You can forgive them and you will, but you're also going to measure how you feel after that fact. Because sometimes things get comfortable, and when you pull that band-aid and rip it off, it really hurts. And you don't know if you could do it and withstand. So sometimes it's easy to keep the band-aid on and camouflage and not share the true feelings. At least you know where you stand. It's familiar ground, and you figure whatever will be, will be, versus wanting more for yourself and saying, you know what? We keep trying at this and we keep ending up on a dead end. This is not going anywhere. I just feel we need to part ways and move on. Get in tune with each other and your feelings so you know if this is something to continuously pursue or it's time to get off the boat now. Take the time to think about this kind of stuff. We'll touch back base soon, Geminis, but we're going to figure out what it is we really want, who we really want, and why we want them. You have to be able to focus on what it is for yourself. Love is crazy. And then sometimes you don't even want to admit that it may be love because you don't want to get hurt. You know, there's so many people that play games out there. Real life is a game of sorts, but you eventually have to tap into reality to keep it going and afloat and long standing. Sometimes you ask yourself, am I fooling myself into thinking that this person could become serious enough to build a strong foundation with? Or am I just playing around to say that I have somebody? Don't care how this person measures up. At least I got somebody. There has to become a time in your life where you say, I want more. I've been trying to work and spin these wheels with this person for a long time, and we still can't get nowhere. Or it took me having to stand up and leave, or threaten to leave, or have time away from this person for them to recognize how important I am in their life and to stop taking me for granted like I'm nothing. They're letting you know, I want to be more than friends. Are they saying to be exclusive? Because they were lying to you. So now that trust card has maybe 10% is still on there out of 100. And you have to recognize if this is the person that you want to be more than friends with. I wish I had treated you better, man. I wish I had treated her better. I wish I had treated him better. Some people don't forgive those type of things, but no matter what, whether you get back with this person or not, you must forgive them. You understand, Gemini? Do not hold any malice in your heart for anyone. If someone messed up with you and hurt your heart, forgive them, because the forgiveness is for you, not for them. And move on. But remember the experiences you had, good and bad. That was an experience. You know what you like, you know what you don't like. You add it to your checklist. I don't like this. I could compromise on this. Every experience teaches you something so you can get through the next one until you strike gold. Until you meet the person that's right for you. There's nobody that's perfect. But if someone comes close enough, you can get 95%, 92%. Don't settle for 62%. Because you missed a lot of check boxes. Get the checkbox a little bit higher so that you all could work on other things together and you could learn to compromise as well as them. Peace and love to you, Geminis. Garnet Queen Tarot here. I'm wishing you the best in your relationship. We will be talking again soon in a few days. I'm wishing you the very best. And I thank you for your support. Thank you for your comments. It means a lot. Happy holidays to you all. Don't settle. A new year is embarking on your path. Know your truth. Know your feelings. Know where you want to be and who you want to be with. Don't force things that don't fit. Think of the Legos. You could build a point of it, but sometimes you got to twist parts around to make them connect the way you want them to. And if you don't see that your building with your Legos is not growing, ask yourself questions as to why. Why? Talk with you soon, Gemini. Peace, love, prosperity. Garnet Queen Tarot. Happy holidays.